been a minute. I'm missing one person, obviously. I'm shifting this channel back to just me because I did move away from my besties, and one of them lives in the Bay Area, one of them lives like 25 minutes away. So I'm just gonna bring it back to this channel being about me. You will see them occasionally. Do not get me wrong. I say this every video, but I do want to start being more consistent with my content. So if you fuck with me, support me, subscribe, go follow my socials at Sincerely, and it's gonna be SINCEERLY_divine. Sincerely Divine. Make sure you spell sincerely right, or you're gonna be thrown off. Okay. But you're spelling it like my name. But pretty much, I just wanted to come on here, have a little quick chit chat with y'all. Um, about some stuff that's been on my mind. And yeah, let's get into it. The topic is healing the generations. Okay, let's talk about it. So, more recently, I've been getting into self healing, I've been getting into trying to better myself, and it's just all these different things that I'm going down the rabbit hole of finding God, finding myself, finding out what I want, getting to know God, trusting His process, trusting His plan. Like, really locking in with that side of life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the times we try to do stuff on our own time. We don't wait for divine timing. We try to force things when God is telling us that's not what we need or where we need to be at the moment. Sometimes God isn't telling you no, He's just saying not right now. Um so learning that, being patient, being graceful with people, forgiving, all that good stuff, right? So as I'm in the process of healing, there has been one person that I love oh so very much. Um, I am so sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through this content. Every time I press record, somebody starts screaming, or I don't know. I just feel like it's a distraction and it's me being tested. This is me being tested, guys. Like, I don't have my own space right now. Like, it's a lot going on, but I'm gonna thug it out and I'm gonna get through this and I'm gonna make sure I look back on this moment and be like, I did that. I did that. Okay, period, period. But anyways, y'all, there's this one specific person in my life that I really love, that I really just want to understand me, and we have a better connection and we have a better communication. No shade. It's the only parent that I have left. Okay. Um, for those who don't know, my mom passed away when I was 19. So I've been trying to like more recently. I moved in with my dad, and I'm just trying to get it together. Okay, like get our our father daughter relationship at a better place. Okay, because I feel like me personally, if you don't know me, bro, I have daddy issues. Now, for the people that know me and know my dad and know me and know my family, all that good stuff, right? Boom. Y'all from the outside looking out be like, oh, at least you have a dad. Me, on the other hand, it's like, yeah, I have a dad, but sometimes it comes off very just, sometimes it's just not clear. Like, sometimes he just very dismissive, and stuff like that. And we're gonna get into all that, but there's been times where I'm trying to sit down and have a conversation with him, break some stuff down to him, like, oh, this is because he asked me certain questions, right? I'm gonna give y'all an example. He asked me certain questions like, oh, why don't you just find a man and settle down and just da 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 da, right? I can't, because every man I come in contact with, just for one, the dating pool is trash, but for two, I feel like I keep attracting men of like inconsistency. You know what I felt like as a child though? I felt my father was very inconsistent. So that correlates to my adulthood. My childhood correlates to my adulthood. And this is what I'm talking about forgiving and trying to grow and trying to heal and all that good stuff. Because I do feel like my father was in and out. Like, he was there, but he wasn't there. Quality time and quantity time. Like, I would be at his house on the weekends. Did we spend time together? Did we spend quality time together? No. Did we spend a lot of time together? Yes. So that's the difference. And I try to break that down to him, get him to understand that he doesn't understand. I try to break down the simple fact that the way he maneuvers through life, him being dismissive, him trying to just brush everything off and not necessarily healing. We lost a lot of people um, in the past couple of years. Like he lost his best friend, my uncle, we lost my mom, stuff like that, right? And he just moves on with these deaths as if they're nothing. He doesn't give himself a grace period to grieve. He doesn't give himself um like it's just like he cries for the moment and then he's just good after that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've only ever seen my dad cry when we found out somebody passed away, or if but that's the only time. I can't even name another time where I've ever seen my dad cry. Um so my dad's obviously not a very vulnerable person. Um so a lot of the times when I bring up certain things and correlations from my childhood to my adulthood and bring up how he needs to just heal, um, he calls me soft. Okay. For those who don't know what soft is just a square. If you don't know what a square is, I don't know how else to explain it to you. Okay. But pretty much just calling me like sensitive in a way, right? So, and I very much am sensitive, but I'm also very much passionate. I don't, I don't like I'm a crybaby, but I'm very passionate about what I'm crying about. If I start crying, if I get angry and I start crying, it's because I'm passionate about it. Okay, damn. And I get that from my mama because my mom would go 0 to 100 real quick, but she was very emotional and but she cared and she loved very hard, and that's where I get that from. But excuse the fuck out of me. Ultimately, I just want to come on here and say, no matter what your background looks like, no matter who you're around, no matter who's not willing to grow around with you, stand firm in what you believe in and believe in yourself if nobody else does. Because even down to this YouTube page, I don't get support. Like from the people that I feel like I want to get support from, like the motivation, like the you got this, you're gonna make it, like you're gonna be seen one day, you're gonna be heard one day, all that good stuff. I would love to hear that from my father. Am I supported in that aspect? Not really, but I do understand because it's a whole new day and age. So when he was growing up in his 20s, in his early adult, young adult years, there wasn't a lot of the outlets that we have now. And I could see why he's like, job, 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 get a job, get a job, get a job. Get that. 100% understand that. But there also is a certain point where it's like, dude, like, I need you to show up in certain ways that I know you can't show up in unless you get through this part of healing. And that's when the soft talk comes out. It's like, oh, you're being soft. Like, you kids are soft. You kids are weird. And I also explain to him all the time how I'm not responsible for you. Me and none of my siblings didn't ask to be here. At the end of the day, we're not responsible for your emotions. We're not responsible for your finances. We're not responsible for anything of that sort. Another thing is like, oh, you're grown now, so you should be able to sustain your lifestyle. You should be able to do all this stuff by yourself. Like you're grown, you're grown, you're grown. We get that, but I feel like in the Black community, it is very, very, very pushed upon that after 18, you need to be working, you need to be paying bills, and you need to be contributing to the household. That's all fine and dandy. But it's like, what kind of example are we setting for the next generations to come? Like, yes, we need that. We need stability. That's off tops. A job, a car, an apartment, whatever the case may be, stability. But I just feel like we need more support in Black families. If your child wants to start a small business, if your child wants to go out of the state to do something or go to college or do something, you feel me? Like, I just feel like the envy and the there's just a negative aspect of stuff when it comes to black families. It needs to change and it needs to be stopped. And the start of it is with one person speaking out, one person being that generational curse breaker, that one person praying over the family, that one person. And I feel like I'm that person. I pray over all my siblings. I pray over my father. I pray over his girlfriend. I pray over even the people I don't talk to on a day to day basis, my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, everybody. Like, I pray so hard on a day to day basis to where it's like, I really pray that if it is possible that I be that generational curse breaker where I be the one to open my dad's eyes and be like, look, like I really need you to show up for us a little bit better. I have younger siblings. Like my youngest baby brother is 5 years old, so we still have generations that are still coming up and have to go through this type of this conversation. I keep telling my dad, like, if we don't fix this now, you're gonna have the same conversation when my baby brother turns a certain age, or he's just gonna be nonchalant, distant from the family. He's gonna, like, you feel me? Like, there's always something. Like, if you look at a black family, and let's just say, for example, like, I know this goes through like a lot of families, especially black families, where okay, boom, a kid gets touched by a family member and the family don't say shit. The family just acts like nothing is happening. The family doesn't acknowledge it. The family doesn't punish the person, and the family ignores the victim. Stuff like that. Like, that is a generational curse that gets passed down for generations and generations and generations. And it may not seem like it, but it's literally like passed down through bloodline. And at the end of the day, it's up to one of us to fix it. It's up to one of us to change our mindset. It's up to one of us to heal enough to get to that point to where we're like, okay, now I can help y'all up type shit. And that's what I'm on. And you feel me? I really love my dad down. And I've been a daddy's girl since I was a little ass girl. But as I got older, I started to realize like stuff is changing. um the vibe is changing. My environment started to change. My mom and dad got divorced, and that's when I feel like I lost my dad. I feel like I lost my dad, and became a little bit inconsistent when I was like 8, and I'm now 23 years old trying to salvage a connection and a relationship that I feel like I shouldn't have to do by myself. But at the end of the day, I understand where his mind is at. Like, he's been through a lot. I'm very understanding of that. I'm very graceful when it comes to certain things, but it's just like certain things that I can't tolerate, and I hold you to a higher standard. So that's why I be on your ass like that as a father. You feel me? But I don't know. I just feel like black families just really need to come together. The family reunions need to start back up. Even if I gotta start planning them. If you family out here, let's plan a family reunion. Let's really get back together. Let's really try to fix these generations. In this generation, the next ones, the ones before this one, really break it down, really try to get to know each other a little bit better and become closer. Because the way we are now is just very unhealthy. We hold on to a lot of stuff. We don't speak about stuff. A lot of stuff gets swept under the rug in black families. And I just feel like that needs to stop. And if you're my age and you're watching this video, or even if you're elder and you're watching this video, I get all the time, like, I see people from different age groups that watch my videos. And you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you're watching this and you're old enough to understand, like, how to really break that down. And if you're ready to heal, get therapy. If you're ready to heal, sit with yourself long enough to ask yourself those questions and release what no longer needs to be there. Like, the childhood stuff, the only way the childhood stuff is going to come out is if you sit there long enough with yourself to correlate. Why do I do this? Oh, I did this as a child. Or this connects to, like I just said, like me and the type of men I date and the type of men I attract, you feel me, come from my dad. It stems from my dad. The way I feel like sometimes when I'm talking to a person or I'm angry or something and I shut down, that stems from my childhood because I felt like I couldn't be heard as a child. It's certain things, right? Where we have to correlate from our childhood to our adulthood. And it makes so much sense later. And you could be able to help your kids, your shit, your mama, your granny, your auntie, like, if they're willing to listen, you could help your whole entire family heal. And not to say that that's your job, but to say that You broke a curse. You broke a bond that was passed through your bloodline. And in the name of Jesus, I'm breaking all of mine. The poverty, the depression, the mental illness, the everything that on any bloodline side, any side of my bloodlines, whether it be on my mom's side or my dad's side, I feel like it's up to me to break it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And this is the start. Okay, guys, this is the start. So if you're watching this video, I hope you watch the full thing. But not only that, the ways you could support me to get up to that point to where I'm finally free. Okay, guys, like I really want to be free. Like I really just want to be happy. I want to buy my dad a house one day. I want to buy myself a house one day. I want to buy a car one day. Pink slip. Okay, like I'm really just trying to evolve. Okay, and not be stuck in any generational curses and anything negative for that matter. Like I know adversities happen. I know life is going to happen. I know there's going to be mishaps and hurdles, but once you get to where you want to be, I feel like all that stuff is easy to get over. Now, if you're already down in the dumps and you're starting to get hurdles and mishaps and all this other stuff, I feel like that's just God testing your faith and your strength. You get through that part, you get to the next step. The next step is getting to where you want to be. But even when you get to where you want to be, you're always going to want more. And once you realize that, you feel me, everything just coincides and flows. You feel me? Like I don't know. I just feel like the hurdles and the mishaps and the adversities really they matter, but you've already got enough character built up to know like this too shall pass. You won't even be budged by uh anything, any inconvenience that happens to you. You will just sit through it and you will pray through it and you will know I'm gonna get through this because I got through everything else I got through. And if you're feeling down and if you feel like you can't keep going or if you feel like nobody believes in you, nobody loves you, I love you. I don't care if I don't know you. I love you and I'm rooting for you. And I really just hope that the world gets healing and peace and as black families can just coexist in a peaceful manner because all this toxic stuff, I see a lot of it online. I see a lot of it in person. I see a lot of it in my own family. It needs to stop. Y'all don't gotta like each other, but love each other, motherfucker. Okay? Like it just needs to be more peace. And that's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying the moment you heal and the moment you start to help yourself when it comes to the spiritual aspect, because I feel like healing is very spiritual. Once you start to heal yourself in a spiritual aspect, you'll be good. You will be good. Sorry, I had to make sure the mic was on because if the mic was not on this whole time I was talking, I would have been so mad. But we're gonna close this video out. And this video, before anybody tries to be weird about it, this video isn't to bash nobody because, like I said, I love my dad down and we're currently working on it. But this video isn't to bash anybody. This video isn't to hurt anybody's feelings. This video is strictly for educational purpose only. Okay, like if you really ready to heal, if you really want to lock in with yourself, with your goals, with your aspirations, with your breaking generational curses, all that good stuff, let's get into it. Um, and like I said, I'm coming up with some ebooks right now that will help you get through that. Some writing prompts, some stuff to help you stay consistent if you do want to make content, some stuff to help you stop overthinking. I'm a big overthinker, and baby, let me tell you, it helps. When you start to make small steps towards a change, it helps. Even if it's down to journaling, like journaling really helps. I was thinking about coming out with like a really cute journal, like physical copies and ebook copies. Um, but yeah, either way, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on some stuff that I got cooking. But I really do love y'all, and I hope that this video could help somebody. And I wish everybody on here that is watching healing and peace and love and abundance and prosperity and just good vibes altogether. Okay. Um, But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I hope this helped y'all, and I hope y'all get to understand a little bit better, a little bit about me, okay, and a little bit about my background and what I'm going through. Um, I just want this to be real, raw, authentic, and I feel like this is exactly that. So, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know how you feel about this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.